Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, guys, now you know that there's an asteroid coming. Wednesday, it's going to come very close to the Earth, a near-Earth object, according to NASA, just discovered. They're calling it 2017 BX. It's 30 feet in diameter. It's 10 meters in diameter, and it's going to go whizzing by the Earth on Wednesday. You haven't heard anything about it, but check it out. I'll put the link below at spaceweather.com. They right on the chart. There it is. Also, today, we have a huge coronal hole turns toward the Earth from the sun. This hole is opened in the sun's atmosphere, and it is spewing a stream of solar wind into space. An extreme ultraviolet telescope on board NASA's Solar Dynamic Observatory has captured the photograph of it on the Earth today, on this January 23rd. This is a coronal hole, a region in the sun's atmosphere where the magnetic field opens up and allows solar wind to escape. It is Earth-facing, folks, and this very gassy filled stream of gamma rays and ultraviolet rays and radiation is streaming right toward us. That means we're going to feel a lot of pressure on the planet, which could create, of course, major earthquakes and tsunamis or volcanic eruptions or power outages in some cases. But normally, power outages come from the solar flares. These are, of course, solar winds or a solar stream coming through the sun's atmosphere that has a mega hole in it, allowing it to flow right toward us. Earth-facing puts pressure on us, and we're going to continue to keep a close eye on this, because in the next 24 to 48 hours, you may begin to see earthquakes popping up in different locations, which could be very, very dangerous and damaging. I'm checking right now, just so you'll know, in the last few hours. Of course, we had that 7.9 earthquake that hit Saturday night down in Papua New Guinea. But just in the last few hours, we have had a 5.1 earthquake in the northern Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a 4.5 in Alaska, a 4.3 in Pakistan, a 4.4 in Chile, and we just had a 4.7 in the Solomon Islands. And this, of course, the pressure just building, but the solar streams from this huge hole in the sun has not reached us yet. Okay, so in the next 24 to 48 hours, even 72 hours, let's say, give yourself 3 days to allow this pressure to build. We'll see exactly what is going to take place from this major coronal hole in the atmosphere of the sun. And oh, by the way, the radiation levels, which you don't see, are still spiking on this planet from two directions. The solar minimum that the sun is in, releasing its gamma rays of radiation from the sun, and the 5 waves of energy. As wave number 2, we're in the middle of this, well, not in the middle, but we're in now into the thrust of this second wave of energy, and it's really, really spiking the radiation levels off the charts. Last year alone, we had a 12.5 increase in radiation from the year before, off the charts. Normally, I mean, it's either the same, less, no more than a 1% ever. 12.5, and the second wave of energy is now pounding us to right now this year. So keep an eye on it, folks. We'll keep a close eye on it. We don't know. We're living in times we never thought we'd ever see. But it's all matching the biblical prophecy. You start talking about the asteroids whizzing by, the sun. The Bible said there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living, folks, certainly in the last days. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Don't be left behind. Crashing from the sky, Malawi. In Malawi, we've had 5 people killed from thunderbolts, 100 people injured as deadly lightning strikes hit in Malawi, killing 5, injuring 100. And they've had an increase now in lightning and thunderbolts between 12 and 24% increase. Scientists trying to say it's due to climate change. But what's causing these massive changes in earthquakes, volcano eruptions, extreme weather conditions, bitter cold, galing, just craziness, extreme weather temperature changes? What is causing all of this, and lightning strikes and radiation rising, ultraviolet rays on the earth rising? I mean, there's a lot going on here. Let me give you some more information what's taking place here. First of all, besides the lightning strikes that are just absolutely off the charts, we've had, of course, a 5th major quake, folks, in the last 24 hours or so. This time, 6.4 earthquake has hit Brazil. Now, since last night, we've been hit with several earthquakes around the globe. You know our situation as it relates to the Solomon Islands, where we just a few days ago had a 7.8 earthquake and tons of aftershocks, including a 6.3 aftershock, okay, and a 6.9 aftershock. Well, then we had a 7.9 earthquake yesterday in, of course, Papua New Guinea, and there's been tons of aftershocks since then. Now, let me tell you what's going on quickly here. We've had a 6.0, another earthquake in the Solomon Islands. It's still aftershocks continuing. But then we had, believe it or not, we had a 6.1 earthquake hit Micronesia, and we've had a 6.4 earthquake hitting Brazil a little over an hour ago. Now, the numbers of quakes are off the charts as the sun is swinging back again with this massive corona hole in its atmosphere, as those pressures of CMEs, pressures being released. There's nothing to block it. And it's now earth-facing. The next few days, folks, we may see a numerous, I mean, look at the earthquakes. Look at the earthquakes. They're everywhere, folks. And tonight we're going to talk about it on Sunday Night Live. It starts at 12 noon Eastern. I'll give you an example. Here's what's been happening. 5.0 in the last 24 hours. 5.0 Papua New Guinea. 5.1 the Southwest Indian Ridge. 4.2 Argentina. 5.2 Tonga. 5.1 Papua New Guinea. Some smaller quakes in California, Dominican Republic. Then there was a 5.0 in Papua New Guinea. 5.1 in the Northern Mariana Islands, 5.4 New Zealand, 4.9 and 4.5 and 4.9 Papua New Guinea. California and Oklahoma, small quakes, 4.6 Papua New Guinea. Then 4.7 Indonesia, 5.2 Tonga again, 5.0 Southwest Indian Ridge. It's like the earth is reeling and rocking and shaking. And then we go to 3.2 Puerto Rico, 4.6 Papua New Guinea, Puerto Rico, 6.0 Solomon Islands. Then Oklahoma, and then 4.5 Kyrgyzstan, 5.1 Southern East Pacific Rise, 5.8 Papua New Guinea, Hawaii, and then 5.1, 4.8 Papua New Guinea, British Virgin Islands, Alaska, the U.S. Virgin Islands, all with smaller quakes. Then 6.1 Micronesia, 5.3 Solomon Islands, 4.9 Papua New Guinea, 5.5 Solomon Islands, a smaller quake in Oklahoma, 4.6 Papua New Guinea, 5.1 New Caledonia, then a 4.7 Papua New Guinea, and then Brazil just got hit. 6.4 earthquake in Brazil, very powerful. 5.0 Papua New Guinea, then Alaska, then Chile, both having 4.0s, followed by a 4.5 in Hawaii. 4.5 just hit Hawaii in the last 20 minutes. All right? And then a 2.6 in Alaska. This is a strong quake that just hit Hawaii, 4.5, and shallow, only 20 kilometers. So now we got to take a peek at that. Plus, there's the danger of some volcanic activity starting to rumble. Mount St. Helens, as BP Earthwatch has identified out there in Washington State. And Dutch Sense is very concerned of a volcanic eruption in the state of Oregon. All right? And so there's a lot going on. We got to cover all this. Are you serious? And I don't know exactly how I'm going to get it all covered. I'm going to try to get as much expert information as I can for tonight's Sunday Night Live broadcast. Lightning strikes, killing 5, injuring 100. Malawi, and we got attacks in Jordan. We have terrorist information, all kinds of stuff going on. The earth is shaking and quaking, and the skies are literally breaking apart, if you will, as we're living in the days of the 5 waves of energy. It's not just the pressure from that second wave that's coming December 26th, but we got a massive coronal hole open, a sun putting pressure on this side. So the earth is caught in the middle, shaking and quaking, and things are breaking. And the devil's back is aching. Are you serious? The birthing pains are upon us. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. Give your life to Jesus Christ. I mean, this thing is coming to an end. I don't know when, but it's getting closer.